As soon as Zoe hits the button, we're live, people. We're live. The volume is up, very loud.
Ep is on the camera by itself. There we go. We're all on.
There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of the Manhood Tree Podcast. That's right. We took a month off. F camera's out. Okay.
He's back.
He's back.
I'm back. What's up with this?
Listen,
I set him up. My bad.
We took a month off I would say we took a month off for self-care, though.
I think so. Because we did self-care. We went to travel a little bit.
Yeah. You had your birthday. Didn't you just turn like 50?
Nope. Turned a good 48, close.
48?
48, that's it.
You sure not 49?
That's a blessing, though.
Year
of the Dragon, 76, the Year of the Dragon.
This is the Year of the Dragon?
76 is the Year of the Dragon.
All right. So, just in case you guys don't know, my name is Abdul Rahman bin Muhammad. And across from me, we have...
My name is Alonzo Lee Beckett.
Alonzo Lee Beckett. And today on our show, we have two powerful guests. Over to my right, we have...
Epifanio Garcia.
Epifanio! And over to my left...
Elbert Lee Gray III for official purposes.
Yeah, we're using all government names. This is a government show, guys. We are using 100% government. So how's everybody doing? I just want to do a quick check-in, real quick. I'm going to go to my left first. LB, how are you doing today?
Good. Life is good, man. Got up another day. Been in the streets getting business done.
I like it.
Doing
you want
King's
to shout
work.
out your business? You want to talk a little bit about that real quick?
Yeah, shout out. Come on down and check us out. ELG Firearms. Got mobbed in the parking lot. Some more people wanted to come up. ELG Firearms.
Hold up.
1227 Burnside Avenue, East Hartford.
Burnside.
We have more guns than Cabela's for
man.
sale. We teach people how to use them. We got training. We do outings. Get people to understand firearms the responsible way.
I love it.
So they can stay free.
Yes, sir.
And then, Zoe, how are you doing?
Doing magnificently. I feel great. In my body.
You're actually fasting. It's the month of Ramadan.
Not even hungry.
This is your fifth year fasting.
Year. Let's go.
Now, Zoe, tell me why you fast during the month of Ramadan. Why is that?
There's a couple of reasons. The first reason I fast for you, my brother.
Much appreciated, my brother.
Because you can't fast.
I can't fast. Thank you.
And also fast for my brother, Will Blue. He lost his wife in 2020.
Yes.
In February. So then he was fasting. It came in April that year, I believe. So I just decided to do it with him. He was alone all the time, basically. So I was with him.
Give him a little support.
I'm not going to eat and drink when you can, and then so I kind of did it with him.
Right.
And then over time, I like it because I know what fasting does to my body.
Yes.
It repairs my body, rejuvenates my body, it helps my organs and stuff.
I love it.
So that I don't eat a lot of crazy stuff anyway, but for other people, it can stop the brain fog and the other things, help you concentrate.
Yeah.
I like challenging myself. So this is part of it, cleansing my body.
So this year, what I'm challenging you to do, in addition to your fast, is also to take in some of that of the Quran, because every day during the month of Ramadan, you're supposed to listen to or read a juz or 1/30th of the Quran. Okay. And so that's the other piece of it, right? There's other pieces, and I feel like in year 5, you should add that other piece, just to add a little piece. So I'm gonna make sure I send you the audio.
I think you sent me the audio.
I know. I sent it to you for the last 3 years. This year,
because the audio. Come on, the audio. I don't.
You want a book? You want a Quran?
I think
I got one in there right now. I'll give it to you.
You got the basic. There's a basic one too.
Yeah,
it's one.
In entry level.
English.
Entry level. 5 years. Entry level.
Because the other one, the music is. I didn't know what he was saying.
So what's interesting for me is when you say you're fasting, is that food and drink during the day?
Yes.
Negative.
No food, no drink.
No food, no drink.
No, it's okay.
Until sunset.
Well, I fast anyway.
No,
I fast. I don't eat till 1, 2 o'clock in the day. God, I wake up in the morning, normally have fruit. So I do that same thing. It's funny. Fasting, this morning I had 3 apples, right?
That's good.
When I woke up, but I eat fruit, but I'm not hungry the whole day.
Right.
Nothing.
Well, the thing about, once you fast, a lot of people who never fast, they be like, yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, so, but once you connect it, especially like that, what I'm trying to do for Zoe does it because he's connected to his body, right? But what I'm trying to get him to go to is the spiritual plane.
Yeah.
There's even like he's at a high plane, but there's even a higher plane.
There's more.
When you start really saying like, okay, in addition to me not fasting, one of the things I was watching the other day on TikTok, they were talking about how one of the goals is also to watch your words. You know, so you're not supposed to be gossiping. You're not supposed to be talking about people. You're not supposed to be thinking negative stuff. It's really like trying to purify yourself. So you talk about purify your body, but you're trying to purify your entire self, not just your stomach, but your arms, your mind, every part of yourself. And then also when you throw in that the Quran, that is another layer. You know, like even me, like I'm trying to make sure I pray all my 5 prayers for the day. That every one of those layers makes you come out of it where it's like, imagine for a month where you didn't eat during the day, you're listening to the Quran, you're not being negative, you're praying all your prayers. You come out of that pretty powerful.
Yeah.
And so, but how are you doing, man?
I'm just trying to maintain, keep the business flowing.
Yeah.
What business is that?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
E-Maintenance Solutions, man. It's basically handyman services. But I do a little bit of everything, painting.
Yeah. You're getting it in my people. You're getting all our stuff together.
I was blessed, man. I was blessed with that opportunity because I needed it.
We appreciate you, man.
And, I'm just, right now, trying to, get a nice crew going, so that I can actually, get this financial stability going.
Yeah.
And just helping people out, people that need help.
Get up on this mic because you coming in and out. I know you're trying to be cool and stuff. He's like hanging back like this.
No, right now I'm just trying to, learn how to. I'm still learning how to run this business.
Yeah.
It's been up and down, but a lot of it, pertains to me. You know what I mean?
So it's interesting. You got your earphone on turned around on this side. Flip that one. Yeah, you can hear better.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
Hey, jeez. So all 4 of us are entrepreneurs, and so talking about business, what are some of the ups and downs of business that you're experiencing? Just because sometimes when you're kind of going through that, you feel like you're the only person, and so like I've been in business almost 20 years, and I feel like right now I'm still trying to make sure that like our name is out there, like our brand, like the level that we're trying to go right now with my people. I feel like we should be more of a household name in Hartford. Mm-hmm. And so I feel like that's one of the things that we're working towards right now. What about you, LB? What's something that you're kind of like struggling with, working on as it pertains to your business?
To be honest, just managing those ups and downs, like the volume switches. This is shooter season. Everyone wants the 22s, get out to the range. Women's nights, just more exposure because people are coming back outside.
Okay.
During the winter, it's not always like that. So now we're on the upswing, making sure we're prepared, got momentum moving forward, and really supporting the community. That's important. Like the dips, we saved money after the holiday thing. Now it's tax season, so there's money around. The economy is going to be thriving a little bit, and now our job is to capture as much as possible while providing value.
I love it. What about you, Zoe? How is it in the video world?
Well, everyone needs content. Everybody wants content.
Right.
Me, I'm just trying to, like doing the docs now. So the doc just finished. So now we should get back at the end of the week.
Time for the next doc.
Know what the numbers are?
The 6 hoods.
No, because the doc we just finished. We got to go into Lionsgate. Lionsgate and Netflix are doing. I guess they're bidding on it. They said that's what he says.
This is big deal stuff.
So when this doc finished, then hopefully it'll be a different phase, and I could do a different type of leveling up. Right? I have a distribution deal, and I can make content that has a direct destination. So it's not like how we make things. We just say, hey, let's put it up here, see what happens. Now they need 3 documentaries. We got to just come up with them.
Right.
And it already has that. So I'm just waiting for that, really. So I could.
So if this is a hit, you're about to level up.
Yeah, I'll just do a lot less of the other stuff.
So let's talk about that, though. Because I think that what as an entrepreneur, what would be your level up for 2024? So if you think about, like he just said, this one deal takes him from us doing something and then we put it out and it's like maybe somebody will watch it,
Right.
to he knows directly it's going to a distributor and now it has legs. It's going to do something. Somebody wants it.
And they'll pay us.
They'll pay for
regardless if it doesn't. They already want it. So
love it.
So that helps as well.
That would be a nice level up. Yeah. What's a level up in your world?
To be honest, I just came from.
He already leveled up.
Yeah. I got me about to speak on it. Well, we're gonna speak it into existence.
Yes, might as well.
I just had an interview, meeting with the guy selling his business.
Oh, we're about to level up too.
Yo, so my man, we talked about this, right?
Yeah.
So I went.
Don't leave me out of this. I'm leveling up too.
And the point of it is, within a couple hours, me and him are good. Deal seems solid. The financing took like
So you already
45 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, so now
this is my phone, right?
yeah, there ain't no messages on it. No, it happens fast, but that's a level up. Like so, you start out. Zoe said it. He was like, "Yeah, maybe I do a little less of that other stuff."
Right.
But in an entrepreneur's life, from my perspective, we're always hustling, always grinding, trying to put it together.
Yeah.
But you don't really have a destination, right?
Right.
So if I wasn't doing everything I was doing in the last 4 years, four jobs, everything.
Right.
I mean, I had this opportunity. This is coming from a dude that I met 7 years ago, and I helped him out for like 2 years. And he's like, "Yo, I remember LB. I want to go check him out. I want to have a legacy."
Right.
So I'm like, "Yo, let me see if the numbers work out."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Damn, I mean, I have to go back to work at all."
I like it.
You know?
I hope you didn't forget to put me in that deal.
We're all looking for that.
We'll see.
I'll be meeting with you after this
Yeah,
podcast.
check him out.
What's the level up for you?
I want to get to that point where I kind of just want to manage. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to that spot where all I'm doing is go get this work for these guys and provide this work for the guys that actually need work that doesn't have the opportunity because of personal reasons. That's what I'm trying to do is get, building management, any office management where I can put multiple people to work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially the guys that can't get a job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to show them, look, I got
Come
you.
work for me. I got some work for you consistently.
Yeah, and they don't have to feel like they have to go back to their old ways or whatever. That's my ultimate big goal.
How do you find people like that?
Well, I'm originally from the Frog Hollow area, so I know a lot of individuals,
right?
And
so how would someone find you? Like they're listening, like, man.
What I did was recently just put on Facebook, hey, I'm looking for guys.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and those same guys I'm talking about is the ones reaching out to me.
Zoe was trying to lead you to. You should probably do a video.
A little promotion.
I don't know. You didn't pick up on it, but he was basically like, "How do you do that?
How we reach you?
Like you put it up, but he wants you to get a nice little clean video that he could put together for you that allows for you to put on your, little, logo shirt.
Yeah, like, hey, come join us. We can all those things you said.
Right.
Because I'm sure, like, when you were younger, you wanted someone to say all those things to you. Like, you just want to come work. You could come. I got you.
Yeah.
So you saying that in your own way, it'll resonate with that demographic, and then they'll just flood in, and then you'll get the guys that really want to do it.
You know what we don't do enough of is this. It's like there should be a group of people that want to do exactly what you're doing. And y'all all should be talking. There should be like 3 or 4 of y'all, maybe 3 or 4 video guys, 3 or 4 gun shop owners, or what you do a lot of different things. 3 or 4 social workers. But what happens in our field, it's usually like some sense of competition. Yeah. Instead of us saying like, yo, there's enough food out here for all of us. Yeah. And we might as well talk about our ups and downs and all that kind of stuff. And so a lot of times we're operating in silos where you can never bounce something off anybody that knows exactly what you're kind of like dealing with. I literally met with somebody this morning, and she was talking about how, I want to do this, that, and the third. And what I told her is that a lot of people right now in social work, they want to get a private practice. Mm-hmm. But in actuality, they don't want a private practice. Because the route to start off their business is a private practice. That's the fastest way you could do something. But what they really want to do is that they want to create an agency, like my people. My people is an agency. We don't even do therapy really like that much, right? Mm-hmm. And so it's like I told her, you got to change your thinking from private practice thinking to agency thinking, from thinking about how you could do the work to how you could hire somebody to do the work. Exactly. And so but the thing is that most of the time she can't get in a room with somebody that's willing to kind of like have that kind of conversation. I thought you were going to jump in. You were looking at me like...
It's a real thing, man. I just had one of my guys in Durham, Bullseye Inc. I mean, it's dope. We connected like 5 years ago after a class at a restaurant. And I watched him come up from being a home-based FFL, right, working out of his house with product, trying to sell it.
FFL?
federal firearms license.
Okay, yeah.
Makes you a dealer of firearms.
Right.
Gives you some additional rights and ability in the industry, which we're not typically part of, right?
Right.
So I thought it was dope. This young kid hit me up. He's on the same thing. And now I just talked to him today. One of his customers came up to me. He's leveled up from, I think, North Haven. Now he got a storefront in Durham. So kid is dope, man. I love just working with
That's
him.
it.
And it's dope to have people that you could call for real
Right.
and get some real advice. Sometimes it's a meat market where they try and chop you up. Everybody wants a piece.
Right.
But when you have people that want to do it together,
Mm-hmm.
it's way better that way. There's enough money out there for everybody. Just everyone's not lined up to get it.
Right. Right. I think that's what we have to kind of like work on more of as people of color, is being able to like saying like just letting people know like, yo, there's a seat at the table for you, there's a seat at the table for you. We all can sit at this table, and we're all gonna be all right. We don't have to chop each other up. We don't have to kind of try to play each other and all that kind of stuff. We could just, hey, let's just put the information out there. Let's support each other. And let's always be like positive towards each other. I think that's a very important thing. If we could, in any way I could support you, right? I want to be able to do that. Right. You know, I'm gonna buy a gun every now and then just because I want to support you.
Word.
Maybe some bullets.
Maybe. We gotta get you back out there.
I gotta get back out there too. I think I'm.
You want to come shoot with us?
I ran out.
Yep. First Sunday, let's go.
I still got my We did the shooting range. You know, I know it was like from here to the wall, but I had everything. And I got it at my house a little. I still got my
your little
cutout thing.
Yeah, that's how we start. That's how we start.
It was really close. It was like this close, but hey,
we could do like the ammunitions course, man. It's different when you're getting shot at.
No,
not right. Look at this guy.
Don't shoot
at. All right. We'll leave that alone.
We did that when we was out the country, right?
Yeah.
It was a ping pong.
Oh no, I wasn't there for that one.
Yeah.
Y'all got hurt. Somebody got hurt.
You were there.
I didn't do
Somebody
it.
always
You
get hurt.
didn't do it, but you was
Somebody
there.
got hurt in that whole group. I remember. Somebody was
blasting them up. Good.
Somebody was. Was it you?
No, it wasn't me.
I don't remember.
It wasn't me. I'm a marksman.
Everybody is, man.
Until he not. Right?
Yeah, until he not.
But all right. So tonight, the main topic that I wanted to talk about is patriarchy. Patriarchy.
Yeah. What's the definition?
Is that 3 syllables?
What's the definition?
I want to talk
four
about
syllables.
like the levels of manhood, right? So a lot of times when we're talking about, I think this is a very interesting topic. When we start talking about manhood, I think that there are a lot of different viewpoints on manhood. A lot of things are being sold out there in our community, and I think a lot of times it's not necessarily a good thing. You know, like I think and I don't want to speak for all of us, but I think that some of the ideas about manhood that we are fed when we're growing up, if you don't have like a father in your house, some of the ideas that you get fed are some of the stupidest things ever. And so I'm gonna start it off with that. And I'm gonna see what you guys think about that. I got some other ideas, but I want to start you off with that. Some of this is my opening statement. Some of the ideas that we are fed about manhood coming up, so like when we were teenagers and young men, I think they were malarkey.
Yeah, what's the word? It's like caveman type thing. When they say, let's say one. Let me say that when I grew up. Like you can't cry.
Yeah, can't
Don't ever cry.
Don't ever cry.
Don't ever cry.
No matter what happened to you.
Yeah.
And it really hurts.
Malarkey.
Yeah.
Don't. You
Keep moving.
You can be 6.
Yep.
You're 6 years old. You can't cry, but I'm 6.
Right.
That was horrible.
Sometimes I can't hold myself together in my car right now. To be real, you know.
Right.
But that's
in real life.
But you always taught not to do that.
Yes.
Like, you can't.
Like I've never seen my father cry. And it's like a badge of honor. Like, no, you need to see him cry. Like,
is that the same thing as hold your feelings in? Don't share your feelings.
Yes.
Yes.
That's another area.
Don't share your feelings.
Yeah.
So don't cry and hold your feelings in. So don't tell nobody.
Don't tell them
how you feeling.
Yeah.
Just keep burying it inside of yourself.
Especially if you're sick. Don't tell anybody you're sick.
Don't tell anybody you're sick.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you're sick. This, you'll be all right.
You're having an arrhythmia. Your heart is beating a little bit off.
Okay. They'll say something else.
Yeah.
They'll say something else. Like it's just the weather.
Yeah. Cold in here. I got this lump for 6 months.
I've been sick for 6 months and end up having something.
Don't fall in love.
That's a big one.
Don't fall in, like, don't really show her that you love her. Like, you can be in a relationship, and also have as much sex as you possibly can.
Right.
Yeah, you got to keep going.
You gotta
Just keep going.
It's not enough.
Yo, just
Never know.
have as
Never
much.
know.
Don't wear a condom
You
because
don't
it
need
doesn't
one.
feel that good.
Because it's horrible.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
They
that's
didn't have them back in the day. So
Yeah.
you're
So why do you need them now?
Yeah.
why do you need them now?
Yeah.
These are all
Men don't cook
Malarkey.
either. Men don't cook.
Malarkey.
malarkey.
Men don't cook.
Men don't cook
Yeah.
either. Just
Men
eat.
don't cook. I was just telling
Yeah, no, men don't cook at all. No,
No,
don't cook.
don't cook.
That's feminine.
Ab, you got something? You just said
They
it.
taking it in. Like I heard all this stuff growing up.
I'm with the. I was one of those not to cry. You know what I'm saying? And,
Okay.
And it truly did a lot of damage.
Mm.
Because you was taught that, but
Right.
you didn't know down the line it was going to affect you and the ones you love. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like
Right.
when I had my daughter. It's like I didn't even know how to show her love. It's like
Yeah.
because I never felt that. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And I was brought up with my moms.
Right.
It was kind of hard. My mom's was one of those cold shoulder moms. And you try to give them a hug and like, so
Right.
I felt like that rubbed up on me a little bit.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
definitely.
So it's one of those things. When you're not like you said, you don't got a dad, you don't have a mom that's affectionate. One of the things I learned though
Yeah.
is that I had to learn, and this is how I grew out of that.
Yeah.
Was that maybe my moms didn't get that. They might-
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
right.
I learned to not resent no more. Not you know what I'm saying.
Right.
So
Not to be upset with your mom
Yeah.
because she didn't give you the love that
Right.
you might have needed because
Exactly.
you recognize that maybe her mom.
didn't give it to her.
Didn't give it to
And
her.
it's just something that came to me like as I got older.
Right.
And I was in prison actually.
Yeah.
And you sit there and you just thinking about all these things, and it was kind of selfish of me to be so angry with my mom.
Right.
When in reality, she didn't have it good herself.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things. There's no playbook for it.
No,
There's no.
Right, there's no
playbook.
playbook for it, and we grow and live and experience off of the trauma that our parents had.
Mm.
Right, I come from a single mom,
Mhm.
so when you talk about love a woman, there was no one there to show you how to love a woman.
Right.
Right, so that's a big thing. How to be a real man.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so the malarkey that we grow up, you got to fight, prove everything, you got to work hard. Go to, all that stuff that we spend so much time doing, it takes decades to grow out of it and just gain some insight on how you could be better. So a lot of us, you always say, I'm the first in my family.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, because you didn't have an example that could show you how to do it.
Yeah.
No pun intended, but everyone has to be the alpha man, right?
That's
I don't know
what
what's
to
wrong with
me.
that. I don't see nothing wrong with that. That's a good,
Because I say that people think I'm with you guys. They're like, I'm like, nah, I just know a lot of them. But I'm saying, like, you got to be like strong. I mean,
Well,
you know what I mean?
there's
You gotta
a
be like
whole-
so much stronger than everybody else. You got to.
Do you?
There's a
That's
whole.
what they say.
There's
That's
a
what they
whole
say.
thing online where like this guy's whole platform is that he's an alpha man, and then like you're either an alpha male or a beta male, and so they try to put you in a category that if you don't do these things, if you don't have these things, then you're not an alpha male, you're a beta.
Right.
And beta meaning that you aren't like the higher level kind of man.
Right. You're less than a man.
Less than
That's
a
what
man.
they're telling you.
Right.
Either this or you're not a man. So
Right.
like, you got to be alpha.
And so I feel like one of the things that, like, so I would love to hear from you on how do you kind of like get out of that? Like, how do you pull yourself, like, at what point in your life were you able to say, well, all of that is malarkey. All of that is bullcrap. And I have to kind of be a different kind of man for my spouse, for my children, even for myself. Like, I mean, we always go like beyond everybody else. It's like if I keep trying to be this man that they kind of tell me I'm supposed to be, it's gonna kill me.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah.
It's like killing me. And so, like, at what point in your life were you able to break free from some of the stereotypes and storylines that people have kind of like put in your mind about how men should be?
I think for me, it was once you realize you have more to lose,
Mm.
right? Because
So you got something.
Once you have something and you're like, yo, this dude just looked in my girl. He just gave me the little, that bump I'm talking, the little bump. He just gave me a little bump. I gotta react to that.
Yeah.
Bro, if I react to that, lose a license,
Yep.
lose a business, lose an income, and I got to do something different. Like, damn, I can't really do that.
Right.
Like one for me, I don't even want to there's a lot of marriage talk around my life, right? And it's like yo, when you gonna talk to when does that happen? Like you working on it, like like my kid. I tell you how real it is, because they say like you start to get hints and you start to see the difference for your children, right? So can't believe I'm telling this story for the first time in a podcast.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm bringing it up. So my son, it was Jersey Day. All my kids play football, right? Only one of them's good at it, but everybody plays.
I know which one.
So yeah. So it was game day, right? So game day is Jersey Day, right? And mom wanted to wear a jersey, and my 7-year-old was like, "Your last name's not even Gray."
Yeah.
I said, "Oh, I heard it." I tried to pretend, because he wanted her jersey. So I was like, "Let me just make this cup of coffee and pretend I didn't hear." But like that type of thing is a real deal.
That is
right. And now, how do you deal with that? What do your kids see? Right. And you hear it all the time. People say your kids respond less to what you say and more to what they see you do.
That's right.
And so some of those things you struggle with. It's not just marriage.
Right.
It's not just behavior and conduct. It's not just finances.
Yes.
It's how you lead a household.
Yes.
That supports the future. Right, because life is short. You're only gonna be here so long,
So you're getting married this summer?
Cut that out. Cut that. I'm gonna go back on the record. Say take that off.
What do you need me to do?
There's some benefits. There's some benefits to
So when were you able to cut loose?
I think anybody could be able to cut loose anything when they love themselves.
Okay,
that makes any sense?
Yeah.
Like some people, I don't think people truly. My wife talking, she says I have a harsh way of telling people. When they ask me, like, what do you think I should do? And I'm like, I don't think you love yourself.
Right. Wow.
And they go, what you mean? I'll go to the gym. Like, nah, I don't think you love yourself because you don't care about what happens to you.
Yeah.
Like you don't move that way.
Right.
So if you figure when you care about what happens to yourself and how you move, then you make certain decisions. Like I care about the outcome you're just talking about. I care about what's going to happen. Like it made me feel good real quick, but afterwards, I care about how everyone's going to look at me. Like, how could you do this? How could you behave this way?
Right.
Things like that. So then and then getting knowledge, and then applying the knowledge that I acquire instead of just getting it.
Right.
Like applying it to myself.
Yeah.
And then seeing, because as I grow up, I see that if I apply something and I do it wholeheartedly, it works. Like most things that people tell you that you respect, it works, but most people don't.
Right. So
they don't understand that if you fall through, if you learn something, get the knowledge to it, and apply it to your life, and it makes sense. It works. So I know that. So going forward to anything in my life, I know that works.
You're going with what works as opposed to what doesn't work.
Right. And then, like they say, a smart man is the difference between a smart man and an intelligent man and a wise man. Right. Intelligent man knows all the books and stuff. A wise man will learn off of your mistakes, right? Instead of me just making them and then learning. So I tend to try to be wise, like be around people I consider wise. You may not think so, but I think he's wise in some. And I'll be like, oh. And I'll just take that and run with it. And I think everybody can do that. So it's not like a special gift.
Right.
It just kind of like stealing something that I like from you.
I like it.
That's all.
What about you? When were you able to kind of release yourself from some of the stereotypes that they try to make us believe about men?
I kind of ran into men's that were in that transition. You know what I mean? And I just feeding off of them and getting their feedback and how, because I'm the type of dude that ask questions, so I'd be like, when it comes to marriage or financials, you talk to these individuals that already been through that path,
right?
Help me out, going to church, having group meetings with guys and just talking and, how can I be a better man?
Right.
How can I be a better husband? A better father,
Right.
And right now I'm in the process where now I'm a grandfather, so now all those things that I was doing wrong and that I didn't show my kids, how can I say it, differently. Now I'm teaching them the proper way of being, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You're getting in there on the grandfather.
Yeah, now on the grandfather side, I'll be able to do things a lot different where I see how I affected my kids with things that I did that at that time I thought was cool or whatever the case is. And now I have an opportunity to change all that because of these individuals I ran into.
Right.
Some are here, some are gone, passed away. But, I'll never forget them and grateful that I ran into them.
That's it.
That's why I'm a better person, better man, trying to be a better husband and all those,
It's a constant
all
work.
the above.
All the above.
Business wise, whatever.
For me, it's the realization that I'm not a bull. It's like saying like they try to make all young men bulls, but I'm more like a stallion. I'm like a horse. I'm like one of those one. Ever seen a really nice looking horse?
They out the pasture after a while. They just
No, no, I'm not out the pasture. I'm still in the pasture.
Still vibrant.
I'm vibrant. I'm on the.
Okay.
I'm a shiny
blue stage.
Yeah,
No,
no,
I'm not
that's,
blue.
that's part of it.
I'm a shiny horse with a nice big mane. I don't have time for that, right? You start learning like if I'm gonna make it, I can't make it like that.
Right.
I can't make it like that. Sometimes I'm gonna cry because sometimes because I want to be in touch with my feelings. Like it's like really being able to say like, damn, when you, because I remember trying not to, like trying to be just tough. Like everything is just like you just hard.
Yeah.
Yo,
It's exhausting.
that is exhausting. It's so much easier to be like, damn, that hurt my feelings. Maybe I shed a couple of, I'm not, now listen, I'm not one that's going to say to you guys that I want to have you up in here boo-hooing over the, like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about all of us have dealt with things where we cry. We've had losses. We've been in situations. And I think there's a certain level of freedom with that, to be able to be in touch with yourself in a way where you're able to have the freedom to express how you feel, have the freedom to be. I think that's the other thing is the freedom to kind of like be who you are, like who you really are. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like being able to not have to like I like to write poetry. I don't necessarily like to rap. And so you might say rapping is the way that this is what you're supposed to do but it's like that's not my thing to do. I actually like writing love poems sometimes, and so you might be like, well, and then you have to be comfortable when somebody says, yo, you soft, because it's like I feel like you can't be hard all the time. I feel like that's a hard thing to go through life and just say all the time I'm gonna be the hardest dude in the room. Go ahead.
What is that thing that the joke says when keeping it real goes wrong?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You shouldn't have to. Yeah, you shouldn't have to do that all the time.
It's too much.
Not a lot of success in that.
But it's also like to me, it's like I've been talking to like my wife a lot about the real world and the Matrix.
That's what we're in. We're in the Matrix now.
We're in the Matrix right now.
Yeah.
Because I was like, we were in DR, and then we all been to DR. So in DR, you driving on the roads, and it's like everything around you is in disarray. It's just like the road. You know what I'm saying? It's just grass. It's just like a cow is over here for no reason.
Skinniest cows you've ever seen.
Building no wall on it. That's the store.
And so I was like, yo, this is the real world.
Oh yeah.
Because then we get on a resort, and all of a sudden,
all good.
It's like everything is perfect. And I feel like that's the same way it is in America. Everything is perfect. Anything you want, it's right here. And so I feel like that's the same thing how they do Manhood. It's like the matrix of Manhood is that we're all just walking around here like, yeah, son, what do you want? And we get sold that, especially like we're in Hartford right now. So there's in certain communities in Hartford, there are young men right now who are subscribing to that because they believe they have to. Like they feel they don't see like there's another way out. And my whole thing is like the sooner you can realize that it's all fake. This is all fake. And there is a way out. There, like right over there is how real people act. And if I want to operate in this world, I have to be able to operate in more way than just being hard. Like I can't even communicate with everybody if I'm just hard all the time.
Yeah. See, you're stretching it though. That's a stretch. That's the stretch.
What's the stretch?
Because you're in the community, you learn how to behave. You get conditioned that way. Like when I moved to Manchester, I had no idea. It may sound crazy. I didn't know white people were a real thing. I was like, it's teachers and on TV. But the way you communicate has to change and adjust. But
switch up it a little bit.
But you got to get that exposure.
Exposure.
If you don't have that exposure, you're going to be limited. You're going to think that you're supposed to go to work.
6 hoods, the neighborhood.
No, you're right.
How you grow up, you don't. Like I was fortunate because I lived in Stowe Village area, but I was in Project Concern, so I lived there. But I went to school since 4th grade with all the WPs, right? So I went to school with them all the time. So growing up, I was shocked
Right.
Like, why is it different? And
Yeah.
then no one really told me until I kind of figured it out going to college and stuff. Like, man, they have it way better.
Right.
So
That's crazy.
yeah.
You know how like we used to, and I'll say we used to. I'm gonna say we used to go out to fight. You know what I mean? That's what it's going down to. You know what time it is? Yo,
Right.
just 1 o'clock in the morning, 1:30. We about to fight, but the mentality is different. I didn't know or really recognize the difference in people until later on. Like we used to think that folks, the WPs, I think we call them WPs, they were baiting us, and they were talking crazy. That's because in their house you could have an argument or a disagreement.
They could talk crazy,
and we don't gotta fight it out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. They would
Like,
say some weird things to their mom and dad, like you this, I'm like, yo, you talk
they
to
crazy,
like
they
that.
ducking. But I think that's a real thing. If you don't have that exposure, like you can argue and disagree without fighting. It's a real thing.
To us is, yes,
everything's a fight.
Well, it comes down to manhood and ego.
Right.
Like even you got to fight, even when you probably don't got that one. We like, all right,
gotta fight.
I'm taught to go get it.
Yeah, that's deep.
Neighborhood.
All right, so we talk. This is like we just talk about kind of like the first level of manhood, where you get to the point where you realize that manhood is not just one thing. It's actually a lot of things. It's like kind of like spreading it out a little bit. And so, but one of the things I want to talk about is from the perspective of family. So when you think about your family and the levels of manhood, what are some of the things that come to mind for you as like the responsibility of being like the man? So like when you think of yourself as the man right now in your family, what are some of the characteristics that go along with that?
First, I think like my son, making sure he sees a good example, regardless of the fact. And we talk too because he's older, so we can talk.
Mm-hmm.
So I always tell him like when me and man, our relationship, me and his mom's relationship. I said as we argued, it changed over years. Like you used to yell and all that because I didn't know how to like control the emotions. So I would scream and yell.
Right.
We would yell at each other. Like now, like none of that happens. We just talk.
Yes.
And it's over.
Yeah.
So I was trying to explain to him, I'm like, over time, like you understand, and I go back and tell her, hey, my bad, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And I'll go tell him like this is what I was arguing about. Like I don't necessarily have to tell you all those things.
Yeah.
But I tell you so you don't kind of get confused about what's going on. Like that we had a conversation, the doors was closed, we come out, we looked upset, but now we're good. I'm gonna tell you what happened. This is what happened. So he has like some type of some like roadmap or whatever because I didn't have any. I had to figure it out, and luckily we're still together, and we didn't like lose each other over something frivolous that could have been worked out because over time I found out dealing with other people, and then hey, we should do it this way. Let's just do this. You're right.
This is a better route to how to have a disagreement.
So a level of the manhood myself is like, all right, I'm able to show my son like, yo, this how you do it, bro. You can be mad at her. I'm mad at her. I'm mad at your mom.
Right.
But not to the point where it's the love of hip hop. You do this, you that, you not to that point. Yeah. It's not. That's you know what I'm saying. So
that's not how you get down in your house.
So that's not how you do it. So this is what I'm trying to show him.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, if someone would have shown me that, I probably wouldn't have screamed and yelled at her the first time. I would have tried to understand.
Right.
Instead of trying to be the man and being right.
Right.
It's not the whole thing of being right. Like that's just I could be right and you could be right.
That's the hardest part right there.
When me and Deshelle argue,
that's the hardest part. Yeah.
It's total silence. That's how you know we're in an argument.
Just don't say anything, Trey.
For days.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? Like I just stopped having an argument with her just the other day.
She just said that. She said you're gonna start.
Are we talking now?
We literally just got. That means that I didn't talk to her for 72 hours. That's how we argue. There's no slamming doors. It's just a very uncomfortable silence. Like the kids would come in the room and it's just like. Mm-hmm. She's sitting right next to me. She's right there, but we're not talking. And me and Deshelle, because we're together pretty much all day. We always talk. But so imagine. So when we're mad at each other, it's just quiet. And I don't know where I learned that because I mean sometimes I used to like to argue a little bit.
You're both social workers. They're probably innate.
It just comes
naturally. And then it's funny. Like the argument ends. One of us always is like, "How long are you gonna do this?"
Yeah.
It was me this time. I was like, "How long are you gonna do this?" Right. And then she's like, "I didn't do nothing." And then the argument's over. And so it's like being able to be in that space where, like, it's not like the end of the world. Like people,
Right,
some people
right.
have arguments, and
bad.
it's the end of the world
Right.
Yeah.
because of the argument. Because they say things,
Stupid
they
thing.
do things that
Oh,
they
yes.
can't take back. You
Can't
can't
take-
rewind it
Right.
after you've taken. Like somebody told me the other day, they were arguing, they were throwing stuff.
Oh.
So as many as you throw something,
If I throw something at my wife, we're never talking again. If I throw something at
Yeah,
her, I
if you
can't take
connect,
that back.
if you connect.
No, just throw it. She's like, you threw something. It would just be like, she would never. Yeah, it's like, I can't do that.
So you guys remember? I don't know if you guys. I keep saying that. I don't know if you guys went like this in relationships where I don't have to argue with you because we can just break up.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like it would just go to like there's no
straight to
yeah,
break it
like
up.
yo, then maybe we don't have to do this.
Right.
Right.
You know what? I'm sick of it too. I'm gonna grab my stuff and go.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, we should probably talk about this. Someone got to pay for the school trip
It's a
for
lot.
the kids.
Yes, it's a lot.
You know what I
to
mean?
break up.
You're invested. You have an investment.
You can just ball it up and toss it out.
It's
You're like,
over.
yeah, so that changes.
So what are some other levels or some other things, the lessons that you've been learning about manhood that you'd like to bring up? I do have a main topic I want to say, but go ahead.
So when you talk about patriarchy,
yes,
Yes,
patriarchy.
yes,
Yes,
patriarchy.
that's what I'm going back to.
Yeah, 4 syllables.
Yeah.
Like it for me, in the position that I'm in my family, it's humility.
Okay.
Right.
Talk about
It's understanding that, like, I can't. I'll give you a real example. My uncles are arguing about something arduous.
Right.
Right. It really doesn't matter. But I'm like, yo, guys, I don't have a side here. I don't have a stake here. But maybe you want to consider this.
Yeah.
Or I mean, did you get an understanding for that? Like just absorbing and being subtle because I don't have to argue with them.
Right.
Right. But
you're
as a leader, yo, I'm good. I'm not. Yeah, I have no like. You start to recognize that what you're arguing about,
right,
or what's pulling you apart,
right,
actually means nothing.
Right.
Actually means nothing. You're gonna go 6 months not talking to your brother? Is that what you want to do?
No.
Look, my nephew, I'm out of my mind. He just bought a dog.
Wow.
Dog cost $3,000. Right. I'm like, bro, your tuition was $3,000. I just paid your tuition. You just spent $3,000 without talking to me.
You could have bought your tuition.
No, I didn't break up with him.
right. It's forever.
And that's part of that humility. It's like,
that's right.
Okay, well, why did you do that? Help me understand.
Right.
You know, like, so what about being responsible and talking about what you're going to use money for?
Right.
You know, like, so what are your understanding of how much that's really going to cost you in a year?
Mm-hmm.
And then what are your responsibilities with that? Do you think they match up?
Right.
Or there's some other concern? No, I didn't say it just like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's my show.
You got close, right.
Yeah, but it's like that humility, like, yo, you don't run the world.
Right.
But people count on you.
Yeah.
You're not in charge.
Right.
But you have some responsibilities.
Yeah.
Like, I tell you what, like, I just had to go buy a bed for my little sister who's about to be free.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm mad as everything at her.
Right.
Right? But
I got to buy that bed.
I gotta do it. I gotta make sure she's straight.
But
and I don't gotta tell her, and I can't tell her.
But that's the part. That's the part for me where it's like the full manhood is when something has to get done. I don't care how it gets done, but I got to get it done.
Yep.
So I may not even have like me. Like I'm not handy. Like right. But if something got to get done, it's gonna get done. I'm gonna make sure it gets done. If something has to get paid for, I'm gonna figure out how to pay for it. When the checks come out, I'm not the dude that's gonna be looking around like I'm making a decision. I feel like part of manhood is making the decision, standing on the decision, knowing that somebody has to step up in this moment of unsurety. Like everybody else is unsure. Everybody else wants to talk about it. They want to have a conversation. And it's like, somebody got to make the decision. Mm-hmm. And the reason why everybody else want to talk about it because they know that in addition to giving your point, so you can give your point to an extent, but with your point, you also kind of like got to stand on it. So it's like if we say, "Oh, this is what we're gonna do," they waiting for you to cut that check as well. Mm-hmm. And I don't have a problem. To me, like that, that's the thing. That's the difference maker sometimes. For when it comes down to it. Everybody like to talk till it's time to pull out the check.
Is someone devalued because they don't pull out the check? You're like, yeah, devalued by what I paid, but is it?
I think that when we talk about patriarchy, when we talk about like leadership or being the patriarch of a family, I don't want to say devalue, but I'm saying that they don't have the same. You don't get to make the like. So if we're talking about we gotta do something, and you're like, well, these are my ideas, and then when it comes down to it, the bottom line is put your $1,000 up. That's it ain't. I don't care about your ideas. So yeah, your opinion isn't as like I don't care about your opinion unless you are actually putting that 500 behind your opinion. This is my thought.
This was value.
I know, but also
value.
but
Put the money up.
Before those, the patriarch, that person is also probably the most stable out of all of them.
People have to lean on you,
right?
So
the part that's talking is not really stable, and they usually talk the most. They're not really stable in a position to help you, but they got all the ideas.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You get those.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So if you have all ideas, great, but you don't have nothing to help, and you're not in this position to help. You never.
You gotta put that equity in.
Right,
you gotta put that equity.
Life was
What kind
never
of
that
equity?
way.
What kind of voice equity?
Sweat equity.
I don't want.
If you don't got it, we'll give you an hourly wage.
I don't want none of that voice equity.
No, you get an hourly wage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
to
but
put in that sweat.
If there's an opportunity to put in sweat equity, cool. But what I'm saying is the reason why we call this the manhood tree, right, is because a tree is firm, it's strong. You could lean on a tree. You could depend on a tree. And so my whole thing is like when we're talking about some of the issues that come up with manhood, that somebody got to be able to depend on you.
Right.
And depending on you is at the end of the day, we could all sit at this table right now and talk. We could all talk ourselves to death. But when the bill comes, somebody got to put in. So either, like I said before you came, we're going to put in a fourth, or somebody's going to be quiet and somebody's going to put in half.
So the characteristics of patriarch would be, so for one of them would be you'd have to be stable.
And it's
stable can't always pay the bill.
I want to say this.
Financially stable.
It's a thin line too.
Okay.
It's a thin line. So to be the patriarch is a thin line. You could be the patriarch today. And like take me for example. Okay, so I consider myself the patriarch of my family. I don't know if my brothers came in here, they might be like, nah. But I'll be like, yo, you remember this? Do you remember this?
You're gonna pull it out the bag?
Hey, what about this? Right? No. But the point is that, but look at my health, right? Mm-hmm. So if my health drops, am I the patriarch? Mm. Because you can't to be the patriarch, you gotta be able to stand strong. You gotta be if I'm sick, if all of a sudden I'm like, hey guys, I can't make the decision. I can't make y'all came to the hospital when I was in the hospital. So I feel like you could easily be taken out of that position. You might be the most stable financially, all that, but if your health ain't in order.
Well, one health issue will take out 12 good deeds. You
That's
know what
right.
I mean? Like the one health issue, you cooked if you can't manage
it. Cooked,
see,
right?
See, again, it goes back to the love yourself part.
That's right.
Yeah.
About what you put in your body and how you take care of your body.
I'm gonna eat a salad.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm not
I can't eat until the sun goes down. By the way,
6 more minutes.
Yeah.
But I'm saying.
Joe's fasting. I'm not.
I'm fasting.
You're fasting too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I asked him. I was like, "You doing?
You need to get that Quran too, then."
See,
yeah, we can talk. You know.
I'll give you both one. I'll give you one too. I know you're gonna
intro.
But I think it's. But that goes into like, see, the way I study the body and stuff. So things we put in our body causes all these things that's happening to us, like the cancers, all the this the disease or whatever we have is because of us. So if you're doing that consciously, you know that it can take time off your life. You eventually get some. You usually get high blood pressure. You're getting all these things,
right?
And then you become unhealthy.
Yes.
Again,
yeah.
I'm saying it's not you loving yourself and understand. Like if you don't know, you don't know.
No, I know.
But if you do know, and you keep doing it,
right?
Then it's like you don't love yourself.
Self-reflection.
Yeah. I think that when we talk about health, and trust me, I'm an advocate for men's health.
Yes.
But I think that it is. So we talked about all the things that we kind of like let go. Mm-hmm. I think health is one of the hardest ones to kind of like walk away from because it's tied into more than just manhood.
So much things.
It's tied into culture.
The whole matrix.
Yeah.
It's artificial. It's
everything look good. I have been boycotting McDonald's for the last 3 months.
It's just horrible. And I think the bad part about it is it's just as addictive, more addictive than any illegal substance we've ever used.
What,
Right,
food?
Yes.
Yeah, they
And
ban
all of it, like, it's
it
been
is. It is.
unbelievable. And we go to DR. I was doing some research. We go there all the time. Right?
Yes.
It's 190 foods that they don't let in their country that we have here. 190. They're like, nah, can't have that. They don't have high fructose corn syrup in their country at all.
That's good.
Here, it's in everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like they know it's bad, and like
That's
it's just like
they
everything.
live
And it's the matrix is that we're all eating all this crazy stuff. You're not eating right, and you're all clogged up your brain and your brain fog. And they put like estrogen in the hair. They put all these chemicals, and no one knows.
Right.
You do know because you could read it. It's easy. It's there.
Yes.
People choose not to know anything about their body.
Right.
And you live in this your whole life.
And
you
you
don't
only
know
get one.
anything about it.
You only
That's
get one.
true.
And we deteriorate, and our people that we love die because of these diseases and stuff that they could prevent
Right.
just by eating, even just
Eating
doing
right.
research to it. Yeah, this.
You know, we started off the show. We came in hot today, and we didn't even do our opening meditation.
I do, and now I do that all the time. By the way,
Do you?
I do the. I do it in the morning. I wake up. I got my the dude calls it a morning miracle morning routine.
Yeah.
Right. It's doctor, but in the morning I'll do the because you put when you wake up, right?
So go ahead. You about to give us the
Right. When you wake up,
yeah,
in the morning,
yeah,
it's just like a computer, right?
uh huh,
You wake up. You're supposed to wake up your mind first,
yes,
right? Your mind, your spirit, then your body. Most people just go work out,
right,
or they eat some dead food like some eggs and some boiled whatever.
yes.
So the first thing I wake up in the morning, and I look in the mirror and I do the affirmations.
What's the affirmations?
I'll say things like that I know I am. I'll be like, you're a great editor.
You're a great editor.
You provide great service to people.
Yes.
You love people.
Uh-huh.
You love kids. You know what I'm saying? You love to be around your family. You love your friends. You enjoy life. And the reason why you do all these things, and I think it kind of works because most time when we meditate,
Mm-hmm.
you have that monkey brain. You be like scrambling. You think about things.
Right.
The first time you wake up in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
if you do that, and then you meditate afterwards, you it's funny, but you meditate about those things you just said because it's like the first thing in your brain. So then after I do that for about a minute or so, then I have some meditation music like raindrops, whatever. Then I'll meditate.
Yes.
I use the grounding parts, just ground out and sit. Then I'm thinking about those things.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I'll do my morning routine and all that. Then I'll go to the gym.
Get your workout.
Right. So that's my whole thing. So then the whole day,
you're at peace.
I mean, it works for me. People say it does sound kind of like loony or whatever. Well, if you do it, like I said before, if you do it and you practice like you're supposed to,
right,
it really does something to you.
I'm gonna try it tomorrow.
It really, and I was telling you about the like the unplugged part. Like we all watch the sports. Like I'll do sports talk shows. Sports talk shows. I mean, a movie, and I change it all. Music be Rick Ross, whatever, just regular music.
Right.
I changed it all out like a month ago.
Stop listening to that. You listen to the positive music.
All my free soul, the positive music, talking about affirmations, be yourself, king, like all
yes.
this stuff.
Yes.
And I do the affirmations in the morning, and I listen to my the biochemist, the doctor, and all the food and what food does to you. That's all I listen to. Those I replace those with those other.
So you're feeding your mind something different.
And all I do when I sleep, I was telling you, I'm dreaming. I dream about that stuff.
Right.
Like the and the song can't get out is let go to grow. Right? It's a song. It's in my head.
Yeah. Let go
to grow. Let go to grow. I just think of this song all the time. Or be yourself, king. That's those songs. It's in my head the whole time, and I'm like, and none of the other stuff ever enters my brain the whole day.
Right.
It's never entered. So you think that we're young, we get fed all this bad food, right? There's no fruit nowhere no live food. It's all dead food. It's all hurting your body.
Right.
There's nothing positive around. There's bad music.
Yes.
Lil Suki, all this other crazy stuff. You watching Love and Hip Hop, all this stuff. People yelling, all this stuff. You have this all around.
Right.
Yo, how in the hell is a kid supposed to be like?
Straight and narrow,
like how?
Like focus.
It's amazing.
But it just tells you that's why you know it's the Matrix. Because they wanna pull you into all of that and keep you away from who you truly could be.
Exactly. Right.
They don't want you to be who you truly could be.
You could be you could do so. I think that I don't know, most people I think I'm a spiritual being, right?
Yes.
Just having a human experience in this body. Eventually this is done,
that's
I'm
some
gone.
Deep stuff right there.
I'll be gone. And I'll be in something else. But I want to have the best possible experience that I have here.
Yes.
I don't want to be sick. I want to be able to do everything I want to do till I'm 90. I'm going to climb trees. I'm going to be straight.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to, the Matrix part, I'm not going to fall into that.
Not
that I know that it causes all these things and does all these things.
Yes.
Right? So that's,
I'm having a falafel salad for dinner.
I'm having one too.
Yeah, on me. Falafel salad's on me after
We're
the
gonna have to go.
Tangiers. All right. So usually when we wrap up, we
a manhood moment. No.
A manhood moment. So
Manhood
like it's
moment.
a positive
that you had this week.
Something. Are we going to do that first?
Do that, and the last one is the manhood moment.
Yeah.
And then it's the word of encouragement.
Encouragement. Yeah. All right. So okay. The first thing is we want you to tell.
So man-ish.
A man-ish thing you did this week. Yeah. So tell us some manhood-ish you did this week. Between last Tuesday and today, some manhood-ish, according to you.
Yeah, according to your man.
According to where you guys are in your journey.
You can't. I'll say it again. You can't say cry because Demetrius already said it.
Yeah.
You do cry.
What is some manhood-ish you did in the last 7 days? I'm gonna start off with you, LB. Epic thinking.
Yeah, I don't even know if I'm ready for that. I don't even know if I'm ready. Some man-ish stuff I did.
Manhood-ish, like something you did something. You did something.
You just do a lot.
Yeah. Go ahead, so get them started.
So give us something.
Last 7 days.
We're doing a month. We've been away for a month. Let me see.
Oh, you got plenty of stuff.
Yeah. Last thing I did.
Let me think about mine. You want me to get it started?
Yeah.
All right. So manhood-ish I did in the last 7 days. Last night, my son broke up with his girlfriend.
Oh, so broke up with his girlfriend too.
And
they should talk.
So initially, he was upset about it, but I let his mother give him a hug and all that kind of stuff. I was kind of just looking at him like, and then, but this morning after we prayed, I told him, "Yo, man, keep your head up. There's a million fish in the sea, and I feel like once again, it's like that relationship with my son. Like, I don't know if my father would have ever said that to me, but I think that saying that to him is just to let him know that, girls, they come and they go. It's okay. And just kind of give him a little pat on the back and keep him moving forward. I felt like that was some manhood-ish.
There's manhood-ish.
Yeah.
I got one. I got one as little. And it didn't mean as much to me at first until I had a minute to think about it. And I was like, look, I ain't going to work today.
Nice.
I'm going to chill. I got Atomic Habits. The first couple things you do in the morning are important. But I was like, you got the kids? All right, we good. I'm gonna go jump on the Peloton. Right. I need a lot of Peloton.
Yeah.
But after like 20 minutes, I was like, nah, I'm never home or up to get my kids ready for school. So I went upstairs and I got my daughter dressed.
High level.
Right. And on the way down the stairs, she was like she forgot her socks or something. So I put her on my back and brought her down the stairs and sat next to her at the little island. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yo, that meant so much to her.
Yeah.
That's my mannish moment, because what we learn and condition to is that's not how we treat our kids. We got to make sure they're good. We protect them. That's what we got to offer them. But that's some mannish shit. Carry my daughter downstairs.
I love it. What you got, Ed?
I think mine was I usually work 7 days a week, and I finally say, you know what, let me take care of my family. Got up in the morning, cooked some breakfast.
Nice.
Breakfast up to my wife, my granddaughter.
Yep.
My son-in-law, they all live with me.
Yeah.
So I said, I could have said, okay, I got to work.
Yeah.
Got to get this bread.
Got to get it.
And I said, no, you know what? I'm going to put that to the side. And I took the weekend off. So, which I have to do a lot more.
Self-care.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
matter of fact, on Saturday, if you're free, we're going to go do yoga.
We're doing yoga.
You can join us for yoga at 12 o'clock. You too. We would love to have you. I would love to see you.
I never done yoga.
I used to do yoga for real.
Never done yoga.
For real.
I want to do it.
I'm flexible.
Hell, come do yoga with us.
But yeah, that felt good, man.
Yeah.
So mine goes back to my father passing a couple in January.
Yeah.
So what I think I've like, me and my father had a relationship was we love each other, but we're kind of the same. So that kind of goes whatever. But I know one thing, like, in my father's side of the family didn't like his wife of choice. Right?
Yeah.
She loves my son. She loves my wife. So now, since he's gone, I call her and make sure she's good all the time.
High level.
If she needs anything, because I know they knowing her because for whatever reason. But that wasn't our relationship.
Right.
She was cool, and I know my dad would want her to be okay.
Yes.
Because everyone's like leaving her by herself. So try to check on her every once in a while, make sure she's good and if she need anything.
I like that.
That's it.
So we wrap up the show with a little brotherly advice. That's what we call it. You got any advice for the brothers out there that are listening that'll help them through their week till we come back next week on the Manhood Tree podcast? I'm gonna come to you first at a little brotherly advice. Give them a word.
Just stay positive through the storms, man. You know, I got friends of mine going through some real bad situations right now.
Yeah.
And I look at him. He knows his outcome.
Right.
But just looking at him and keep his positive attitude through this process, makes me strong. And so anybody that's going through something right now, I mean, going through whatever sickness, whatever addictions, whatever marital problems, whatever, just keep your head up and reach out to somebody because you're not alone.
That's
you know
it.
What I mean?
I love
Stay positive through it. Somebody out there gonna help you, man.
Somebody. That's right. LB, what's up?
Little what's it, brotherly advice?
Little brotherly advice.
Brotherly advice. I'm gonna say take the time in a disagreement to listen to the other person.
I love it.
Like you don't just wait till the end. Don't you can save your opinion. Just really try to take in what someone else is saying that you may be disagreeing with, or having a conversation you're not happy with. Hear them out because they may have something to offer before you disregard it.
Yes, sir. Love it. What you got, Zoe?
Well, I got real quick. We got some t-shirts. The hoodies coming out. Got some hoodies.
Any videos?
Hoodies?
No, they call Soul Hoodie. They got affirmations on them and stuff.
Okay.
But one of them it's going to be on the shirt. But this is the quote: "End indoctrination, and get re-educated." Basically,
End indoctrination
and be re-educated.
I like it.
Right?
Yes.
So all the stuff you've been taught.
That's right.
Just
get the new stuff.
Just learn about. How about this? I tell the kids all the time. Not even learn new stuff. Just learn about you.
Yes.
Because all the stuff they're teaching you, it's not about you. It's about them.
Is that your motivation right there? Your brotherly advice?
Indoctrination. End indoctrination. And so the shirt says indoctrination with an X on it. And underneath it says re-education.
Re-education.
Yeah. Right? So that's just re-educate yourself.
Yeah.
Get that dormant DNA, get it going. Find out how about this? Give me 5 parts of your body.
Yes.
Tell me what they are.
Uh-huh.
And what happens to them when food enters them.
Is that a sign for
everyone?
Exploration.
For
Exploration.
For everyone. Like this, just know what.
Just
know what when you eat food. What does it do?
What does it do?
Exactly. What does it do? Then you'll know if you need it or not.
All right.
Yep. Fine. Learn about your body.
Learn about your body.
Learn about your body.
All right. And mine is set up a dentist appointment.
Got to.
Set up a dentist appointment.
Well, if you don't,
if this is it's already March. You haven't had a dentist appointment this year. This is your good friend Abdul Rahman Abir Muhammad here at the Manhood Tree podcast, and I'm just suggesting that you go get a teeth cleaning.
Insurance usually covers 2.
Maybe you got a couple of cavities. This is the year to get the cavities filled. Teeth is one of the, once again, you talk about the body, right? Teeth.
Need those.
You can keep these joints. You don't have to be walking around with caps and dentures.
Keep your teeth.
Go to the dentist.
Keep your teeth.
I'm setting up my dentist appointment tomorrow.
Don't give them away.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's time to break fast. For all those people that are fasting during the glorious month of Ramadan, we want to say to you guys, Ramadan Mubarak.
Yes, sir.
And to all my friends here that are fasting today, I can't fast, but I appreciate you. And let's get you guys some water to break your fast.
Get some H320 in this joint.
Let's get some H2O. See you guys next week. We'll be back. We were off for about a month, but we're back strong next week, 6 o'clock, the Manhood Tree podcast. We're going to be talking about some good stuff. But most importantly, we want you to never stop dreaming because that's what it's all about, people. Peace.
Word.